Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Track Cannon. So, it's been a little time since my last video, and it's been a lot going on in the world today that kind of stopped me from doing what I had to do, but I figured we'd get right into it. So, I wanted to cover the last two episodes of Star Trek Discovery. So, Kyle and the Tide Part 3. Now, it was a lot going on in these two episodes, and let's see if we could try to sort all this out. Now, first of all, let's talk about Nadira. Nadira the Trill. Nadira, which has the cool name Nadira, but about that, besides that, that's all. She is not a Trill. I don't care what nobody says. She is not a Trill. The way that she's depicted in Star Trek Discovery is terrible. It is a terrible depiction of Trill. Now, they proceed to beam down to the Deuterium planet with the hologram that's able to read her mind and only make this one symbiote right here. All right. What about all the other symbiotes? I mean, what about all the other hosts that Nadira has been? Like matter of fact, like just the whole relationship. How are you having a relationship with a mental construct of a memory of a person that like it's mind-boggling. It is I don't even like that. I don't like it at all. So this link to the Deuterium planet, like I've said before, that's in canon. Spock was linked to the Genesis planet, and whenever he had an emotional reaction, the planet felt it and the planet reacted. However, whenever the planet had an issue, earthquakes, things like that, Spock reacted. So I don't see the reverse going with Sukal, I believe his name is, but I can see how he's linked to the planet. There is precedence of that in Star Trek canon. But the thing is, once you get him off the planet, then what? Is he still linked to deuterium that he's around? He would be extremely dangerous. You would have to probably eliminate this guy or keep him far away from deuterium, you know? And explaining the burn that way was, I'm gonna have to say, that wasn't really ingenuitive or thoughtful or insightful or anything like that. There's so many things they could have done, but having it go that way, I don't believe that was something that was well thought out, um, which is amongst many of the things in Discovery Season 3 that wasn't well thought out. But we'll get to that. Tilly is first officer. I didn't think she did a good job. I think that they felt that her personality, her charisma as the ensign who didn't really know too much, kind of naive, would play over into being first officer. And no, it did not, and it's kind of realistic what happened, how quickly she got the ship taken and the enemy lady thinking that it must have been a trap because of the ease of how it was. Now, I'm gonna have to say I haven't seen too many Orion men, and if I have, I must have missed them because Orion men are pretty big guys. It's hard to miss those dudes, and Orion women, you know, I understand that today they might want to be a little, trying to go against the image of being too sexualized or too sexy like that. But that's the thing of being an Orion woman. You are sexy, like that's their whole thing. And again, this is the second Orion that's been in Star Trek nowadays that the pheromones don't seem to work on anybody. Like it's not even something noticeable. Like there's been no hint of the Orion female's pheromones on anybody, So I think that a better choice for first officer would have they should have went with the route the lieutenant that was serving the admiral, the security lieutenant. I think she would have been a better choice. I think it would have expanded the story a lot better. Just so you guys know, it's going to be probably be a part 2 to this video. Now, I'm gonna have to start getting into the crazy things. That was just a little bit crazy. Now, so they have this scene in the turbo lifts, right? We get to see the behind workings of the turbo lift, which we have seen before. We have seen that in the undiscovered country, and they look nothing like what they showed here. I'm gonna have to say that whoever did this just wanted to have something spectacular. How the turbo lift was going through all this open dead space, that was just so, that threw me off the whole everything they had to do from that point after. I was pretty much like, this is where we're going with the turbo lifts. This is how we're depicting the turbo lifts on a Federation starship. you know So the tentacle ship, the Orion tentacle ship, I don't know where they decided that tractor beams wasn't a way to go, but to have large tentacle, metallic tentacles that take up space and weight and all that kind of stuff that to come out and extend and wrap around another ship and hold it like it's some kind of cool hentai video um, about to be is strange to me, and I didn't like that at all. So check this out. So the plan was to go up, blow out one of the nacelle connectors, right? Overheat the ship, and all of this, right? Knock the ship out of warp. So they go to do that, and now you have to understand that they go back to warp and go back to operating, having never did repairs on that part of the ship. And if they did do repairs on that part of the ship, when and who? Was it the robots? Anything, like, how did they go? Speaking of nearly indestructible plot armor, so Discovery is sitting inside the Federation starbase, surrounded by a Federation advanced, super advanced, 1,000 years in the future fleet. They open fire on Discovery, and Discovery survives enough not only to leave that space, but then without any repairing again, is able to fully function, warp out like nothing happened. Like, how is that possible? Like, what's going on with the reality of this show? So Booker. Booker's getting he got a little better show in in these last few episodes, and I like that. Um, but he's they still wrapping him too much around Burnham's finger. As a matter of fact, they're wrapping everybody around Burnham's finger. Because I'm gonna have to say, they did a 180 or something on Stamets because in the first two seasons, to my recollection, Stamets was shown to be kind of a hard ass, kind of like I'm by the book. I like protocol and the mission. So it was interesting to see how he did that 180. To be all like, well, I don't care about nobody. My man and my stepdaughter is going to take precedence over everything. I don't care what's going on. I think they wanted to kind of make some kind of drama between people. So I'm gonna pick it up in part 2 and take care. You guys stay tuned. Be cool.